Oh, my throat. I had a cold, so this is gonna be tough on my voice. Let's do it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the VicTube, the channel where we do speed arts, tutorials, and other stuff. This time, we're gonna have a tutorial. You guys already know what this is about, since you read it in the title. So without further ado, let's get moving. Many of my manipulations involve people. And to make work hard, most people have hair, which I of course have to cut out. Thank you for being in my life, Vin Diesel. Body parts, clothing and faces are no problem, but hair can especially for beginners be really troublesome. So how do we cut out hair? Let me show you. Always have a copy of the original layer. May come in handy if we screw up. We begin with a fairly simple image. Now, how is this simple? Her hair is everywhere. Well, look at the background. It's more or less the same color and tone, which makes it an easy job. One quick way to do this is simply using the color range. Just pick the background as the color you want to select, and when you've done that, invert the selection. There are gonna be some elements to work with, but it works if the background is plain. The other thing you can do is using the background eraser tool. It's a fitting name, I know. Put this tool on sampling once. This will make your eraser brush analyze the spot you start on and then remove the same elements in the rest of the picture. This is gonna be on contiguous. You set the tolerance depending on the picture, but I'm gonna set it around 50, 60, something like that. To make sure that none of the hair gets removed, fill in the protect foreground color. Go down to set foreground color and then try to find a color similar to the hair, like a base color, something brownish, not too dark, not too bright, but something in between the middle. Hit OK. Back to the background eraser tool. You right click on the image and choose a size and hardness for your brush. Experiment. The first click is important. That is the one that will analyze what to remove. Now you need to hold down left and start painting away the background. As you can see, it gives a really nice result. But if you start to remove over here, we're also losing some of the skin. So be careful. We could play around more with this to get an even better result, but you get the idea of it. Are you with me so far, my young Padawans? Great! Now, what happens if we come upon a picture like this? Or this? There's no plain background, tons of stuffs and variations going on. It's a nightmare to cut out the usual way. Well, I do often encounter these types of images, so this is what I do. We'll start off easy. We'll take this picture of this fine gentleman and cut most of him out with a lasso tool. And as you can see, I spared a large chunk of the background, just around his hair. This will have a purpose. Copy and paste your selection. Add a mask to your new layer. With the layer mask selected and with a black brush, we paint away some of his hair. When we're done, we right click and pick a grass layer. Set the foreground to white. Let's open up the brush options over here. Unpick the color dynamics. We just want to stick with one color. Click flip and rotate the brush depending on the hair's angle. Now we paint it back. I recommend changing the size of the brush now and then. It gives it a little bit more of a realistic look. You can also play with other options like opacity jitter and such. Have fun with it, experiment. And here is the result. Now let's try the really hard one. It's pretty much the same procedure as before, so I'm just gonna fast forward this one. And there you have it! A couple of tips on hair cutouts. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions or wanna share your own methods, just leave a comment in the section down below. I also wanna give a shout out to my colleague Philip. He's a Photoshopper as well, who puts up really nice tutorials, some for beginners and some for more advanced. He's a great guy, and I'll leave a link to his channel in the description and recommend that you check him out. Now he owes me ice cream. Have a good one.